Hi guys, this is really bright. Let me just change that a little bit. Pretty much all my makeup is off. Well, that's not even true. I feel like a lot of my makeup is off, but this is going to be a different type of video, and it's probably good that I don't look, my quote-unquote best, because we're going to talk about some insecurities today. I never really understood why people did insecurity videos. I still don't really understand why, but I want to try something that I haven't seen done before. Maybe it's been done. I'm sure it has. I think I might have seen something similar, but I have been feeling really, really down lately. Like, extremely just not liking myself, and it's really sad to think about because I just don't have any self-confidence in my appearance, and it sucks because then it makes me question my personality, and I know that appearance doesn't mean everything and that personality is a lot more important, but it just sucks sometimes, But I want to try and be more positive. This is still way too bright. I want to try to be more positive though, so I'm gonna talk about my insecurities, and every time I say something negative about myself, I'm going to try and think of something positive that I do like about myself. I don't know if this is even gonna help. It might just make me feel worse, but what I kind of want to do with this is to help myself, to see if it helps, and also to help you guys to realize that literally everyone has insecurities, and it's hard for me to hear about other people having them because, I compare myself to them, and it's like, it just really isn't fun to want to be someone that you're not. I don't know, let me just get right into it. I kind of want to call this the butterfly challenge. It hasn't been created before. If it has, I'm sorry, but I kind of want to call it that because, like the transformation from a caterpillar into a butterfly, and I don't know. Probably my biggest struggle with myself is my body. I know I'm a healthy weight. It's just difficult because my relationship with food has never been quite a normal one. It's actually why I quit being vegan, is because I am such an obsessive person that it almost was getting in the way of my mental health. Plus I didn't want to do it. I don't want to get into that. Please don't hate on me. I don't think I have a very large following of people like that, but that's why I quit being vegan. I tend to overeat a lot, like pretty bad. I don't eat very healthy, and I'm thankful that I guess it could be a lot worse, but I just get very jealous of other girls because there's so many girls that are just naturally small framed, and it hurts because I feel like no one is ever going to love me that I'm going to be able to connect with, because it's already so hard to find somebody that is my standards, that I feel like finding anybody that meets my standards, I'm not the type of person that they would be interested in just because of the way that I look. I have very wide set shoulders. I'm not a naturally skinny girl. I carry weight in basically every part of my body, mostly my legs and my stomach section, and my legs are really short for my height. I'm just very wide. As you can tell, my face is very wide. My shoulders are very wide. It just sucks to hate yourself. Wow, this actually kind of makes me feel better talking about it. It's really weird. I want to start working out and getting healthy, but for my biggest thing is I look at other people and I'm like, it's so unfair that they get to look like that without trying, which I know is bad because healthiness is not just how you look, it's actually on the inside. So I know that somebody could be actually really overweight and, be super healthy, and somebody who's very skinny could be not healthy. I totally get that. And the weird thing is that I don't see that for other people. I don't look at a girl that's my size or bigger than me and think she's never gonna find somebody that's what she wants, or that she loves, and she's not beautiful. I don't think like that about other people, so I don't understand why I think about that about myself. And I feel like that's so true for so many people, especially girls, that we look at these other people and we don't think about them like that. We don't think about them, but when it comes to us, that's just how we see ourselves, and it kind of sucks. And it's just really lame, and I don't really know what to do about it. I don't know how to fix it. But that is one thing that I do like about myself, is that I do my best not to judge people. everyone is judgmental in some way or another. I am really bad at it sometimes. That's probably something I don't like about myself is when I do, but I do try to not be that way, and I hate talking about things that I like about myself because I feel conceited and I feel like I'm going to say something that isn't even true, and it sucks. And I'm not looking at the camera a lot because it's like making eye contact and this is a difficult conversation to have, so I just keep looking around my room because if I was talking to somebody else, this is what I would be doing. So if it's not, you know, trying not to be judgmental, one thing I guess I do like about myself is that I am healthy. I do have a weak immune system, but it could be so much worse, and I'm so thankful to not have any life-threatening diseases or complications or anything like that. So that's one thing that I like about myself and I'm grateful for. It looks like I don't have an eyebrow right here because of the light. Another thing I don't really like about myself is that because I'm, you know, not like the prettiest person in the world, I feel like when I reach out to people, they're gonna think that I like them automatically. So if I want to become friends with a guy and I reach out to them, they're going to avoid me because I'm either not their type, so they don't want to date me, or they just think that I'm coming on to them, which is really lame because, you know, I don't discriminate between boy and girlfriends. Like, I would like to have both, and if I think a boy is cool, like, I just feel like there's less of a chance of becoming friends with them because I'm not, you know, pretty to them. But one thing I do like about myself that I've really been working on is that I'm just pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I literally am learning not to care. If somebody doesn't respond to me, who cares? There's other people to be friends with. So I've really been pushing myself out of my comfort zone, becoming friends with new people, and that's something that I actually really enjoy and like about myself. Another thing I don't really like about myself is I feel like my content is not good a lot of the times. Sometimes I'll make a video that I'm kind of proud of, but just based on my views and based on how I view my own content, I just don't think it's really good. And it's hard because this is my dream. This is my dream career. This is my dream job. And while it is sort of a job for me right now, I just kind of wonder what I lack, and I don't know how to fix that. I know a lot of people don't like to view YouTube as a career or a job, but I think it is. It's an artistic outlet, and it's what I want to do. Difference in opinion, that's fine, but this is what I want to do, and so it's really hard for me when, you know, I just don't think I have what it takes or think I have that level of creativity. But on the other hand, one thing that I do like about myself is I refuse to conform to what I know will make me successful. Not to sound conceited, but I know if I wanted to be extremely successful on YouTube, at least not extremely, but more than I am, I would make gaming videos. I would make more reaction videos. I would make slime videos, and this is not that any of these things are bad. They're totally not at all. But those things get a lot of views, and if you enjoy doing those things, what the heck, go for it. Like, I'm not saying that you should not go for it. I think you should, but those aren't things I enjoy doing. My gaming channel was doing really great. I didn't enjoy it, so I stopped, and that's one thing that I do like about myself is that I stay true to what I want to do. It's not just, if something makes me successful, but I don't enjoy it, I won't do it. So I'm proud of myself for that. And that's one thing that I do like about myself. One thing that I very much dislike is that I compare myself so heavily with others, especially on YouTube. I'm sure if you follow me on Twitter, you see me tweet about couples all the time. I will seriously sit and watch married YouTube couples and cry because I feel like their life is just so much better and they have everything that I wish that I had, and I understand, I know that behind closed doors not everything's perfect, nobody's perfect, and no relationship is perfect, and no life is perfect, but I will seriously, dogs, I will sit there and cry sometimes, which is so dumb. And it's like, I love their videos, they're so entertaining, and I love watching people do things and getting inspiration, but like, it's so sad that I have to compare myself to that level, to the point where I feel like I will never suffice to something as great as that, or I will never have a life as great as that, or I will never look as great as that, or I'll never have a, you know, I'll never have the chance to be married and have that kind of life like that, which is just ridiculous. And I know it is, but I still do it. And I know other people do it because I've talked to my friends about it, and they've said that they do, you know, kind of a similar thing. So that's one thing that really is not fun. One thing I do like about myself is that I do have high standards, and I kind of do my best not to refuse not to let those down. Like, I don't want to settle for a bad person just because I'm lonely, or I don't want to necessarily be friends with bad people just because I want friends. So that's kind of cool. That is one thing that I like about myself. One thing I really don't like about myself is how pale I am and being white. These kind of go into one, and I know that's gonna sound weird. It's not some kind of white guilt thing. I don't like being how pale I am. I don't feel like it's flattering. I feel like if I did self-tan, I would feel a lot better about myself. I feel like if I was some other ethnicity, I would feel a lot better about myself. But I know, like, you know, if I was another ethnicity, if I wasn't me, I would have something that I didn't like about myself. On the other hand, I guess something that I do like about myself is I don't sunburn easily, surprisingly. And I do have that olive undertone, which is kind of nice. Another thing I don't really like about myself is my mental health. But on the flip side of that, I've been a lot better, and I've gotten healed a lot, and it's brought me so much closer to the Lord and so much closer to my mom and just the best things possible. So it's like, it's hard for me to even say that I dislike it because I don't like what happens with my mental health, but I'm so grateful for it at the same time. And the last thing is kind of weird to be the last thing, but I don't really like my head. I know it's weird. I don't like how wide set my face is. I would much rather have like a V jawline. I don't like how flat my hair is, and I don't like the shape of my head because I feel like it looks like an egg. It was pretty funny. Trust me, I don't take offense to this. I wasn't like hurt by it, but it was pretty funny. Somebody commented on one of my videos where I had my hair up and said, "Why do you look like Pinhead Larry?" And it was funny, like it actually was, but it's like, that's true. I do look like Pinhead Larry, which is something I don't like about myself. As silly as it sounds, whatever. But one thing I am grateful for and that I do like is that I don't struggle with acne anymore. Even though I am a strong believer that acne is something that's normal and everybody goes through, but mine was really painful and harsh, so I'm thankful for Norwex cloths and for healing from that. And I like my lips and my nose, kind of. I mean, they could both be better, but you know what? I guess everybody feels like something about them could be better. I really don't want to put this out there in the sense that people are going to hear me talk about my insecurities and say, wow, well, if I had what you had, I wouldn't be insecure about it, because I think the same way about other people. And it's like, I feel selfish uploading this because it's like, I feel like I'm going to do that and people are going to do that. And people are going to say, well, if I had your body, then I would be so happy. And it's like, it sucks that I don't want that to happen. Like, I don't want people to compare themselves to me like that because I already do it enough for everybody else. If anything, if you're thinking that, I want you to know that, like, I feel the same way you do. Or maybe not the same way, but I feel insecure too, you know? We're all insecure. And if anything, I want you to sit down and make a video like this or write this down in your journal. And for every negative thing you say something positive. For somehow it does kind of feel like a release. I don't know. I really want this to be a positive thing and not a negative thing. I don't want people self-deprecating themselves in the comments because I know I do that. When I see somebody who's like insecure, I'm like, but if I looked like you, I'd be so happy. Not saying that anybody is going to say that about me. I don't want that to be a thing. The moral of the story is that I want you guys to start filling yourselves more with positive talk. Don't do this challenge if you don't struggle with saying negative things about yourself, but I definitely do struggle with thinking negative things about myself. So, you know, this is hopefully helping those more positive things. I don't know, I get in phases where I do it, so I don't know. I don't know where you're at in your life, but I hope that you enjoyed this video and found it inspiring and uplifting rather than negative and demotivating. So that's really all I want for you guys. I really love you, and I hope that you're having the best day ever. Please remember that you're beautiful to me, and that beauty is so much more than what you look like. Would you rather have a friend that was pretty and had a terrible personality, or a friend that you didn't consider, you know, a model but had an amazing personality? Because I know I would definitely rather have the second one. I just love you guys, and I don't know. I hope that you enjoyed my honesty and my openness, and I will see you guys in the next video. I never do that.